Hello everyone, we are back at the GPeC conference here in Moldova, and next to me is a very he's in a very good mood. I'm talking about Robert Craven. We already had a laugh even before we started, just after we said hi to each other, so I'm hoping this will be a really fun conversation.
I hope it will. There's no point having a dull conversation, is there?
Yep. Welcome to Moldova. Thank you for coming and sharing your experience with us.
Yeah, it's fantastic hospitality, fantastic welcome. Been here a number of hours, but already I've had a lot of really great food and a lot of really great Moldovan wine. So
I know, right? We should export more.
You should. Well, no, keep it secret. Don't tell anyone about it. Otherwise,
drink it all yourself.
Or what you should do is what the French do, which is you keep the good stuff for yourself and you sell the rest of it.
We're doing the opposite, actually. There's this. I guess you could say legend that all of our exports products are really good, and all of the products made for Moldova are not so good. I don't know how true that is, but I'm hoping it's not, because that would be a shame. So if we talk about e-commerce, what do you think are some key areas in which a top business performer should focus on?
Wow.
I mean, they probably already know, right?
Well, I think
that's how they became successful.
It's a bit of a chicken and an egg thing. See, I would argue that even the great people, they make stuff too complicated. I think that's three things. I think actually. So one, they make things too complicated, especially if they're tech people. You know, the thing about the whole tech thing is, we go, oh my word, Netflix killed the cinema and video business. Netflix didn't. It was not listening and paying attention to the customer. Or they go, oh, Amazon's killed the retail. No, Amazon didn't kill it. Retail wasn't responsive and quick enough. The same with Apple and music and so on and so forth. So we get so in love with our image in the mirror, that we're so good that we forget about the customer. So top thing, customer is king or queen. Customer is at the center of everything. Follow them, and they'll pay you.
Don't get too comfortable.
Don't get too comfortable. And I think we often get too comfortable. The second thing is bloody, pardon my language, but bloody boring systems and processes. I love them, okay? I hate them, but I love them. But to actually make a business really, really, rock and roll, you've got to have those systems in place. You've got to know what you're measuring. You've got to know what things are. And it's kind of, in praise of the dull, boring stuff, I'd say. So customer, systems processes, and I think the final thing is about understanding marketing, which is really linked to the customer, but by having a really sexy, really sensuous, a really compelling product people want to buy.
I had Jill Quick here.
Yeah.
And I really liked how she described her position as the head of coloring department.
Yeah.
Because I think she said that's how someone called the marketing department.
Absolutely, I agree with that.
What do you guys do? You just color things and scribble, and then you tell us what to do.
Yeah, we wear black polo necks and we're very, very cool. We kind of design
stuff.
So
is marketing in its basic form actually a key thing that you should focus on? Always learning your customer, adapting to your customer's needs, asking yourself if your customer is completely satisfied with your product.
Yeah.
Not just for the sake of a 5-star review.
No, not at all. Not at all. That's the 5-star review is almost irrelevant. What the issue is, and I'll challenge people, in my presentation today. Why should people bother to buy from you when they can buy from the competition? When the competition is faster, smarter, brighter, friendlier, or in the case of my local
cheaper
pub brewer, why should you bother to buy from them? And unless you can answer that question, you're in real trouble. And my argument would be that most e-commerce brands and most agencies as well, they struggle to be able to answer that question. They make an assumption that the customer will know and the customer will buy from them. But marketing is not a battle of the product, it's a battle for the mind of the customer. I love my accountant. You only ever have one accountant at a time. But I think my accountant's awesome. I don't know how good he is really, because someone else could be even better. But so that's my point. Marketing is a battle for the mind of the customer. And unless we really get that, we're doing ourselves a disservice.
Someone says not only the mind, but actually the heart. I think I've watched a full course with a professor at the London School of Economics, where he said, in any successful business nowadays, 70% of it should be comms.
Yeah.
You have to be in their heart all the time, because if he loves you, he will never leave you.
Yeah,
just like just like a marriage. Because the second you start doing something that emotionally affects them, like let's talk about Nike, for example. The whole scandal that they had with children working in factories and whatnot. Yeah, there was a big scandal, but people still loved Nike. And they were willing. It's not like it's a good thing, but that's what happened. People loved Nike so much. They said.
And there is a question about, do you love a brand enough to have a tattoo of their logo? To have a tattoo of their logo. In other words, we're together for life.
Didn't they pay for it like $10,000? I think.
There's loads of people. If you Google it, if you Google Harley Davidson tattoos or Nike tattoos or Windows tattoos, like the Windows tattoo, you'll find there's people with they love the brand so much, they're willing to carry it with them for the rest of their lives.
Those are your brand ambassadors, walking brand ambassadors.
Absolutely, but I think the point is totally valid. Not for everything, because I buy a pair of socks. It's just a commodity, but a pair of sneakers. It's about how I look and how I feel. So I think in that case, we have to be careful on sweeping generalisations. But heart, mind. Why should people bother to buy from you? It's not about the product, and I think too often we think it is.
Speaking on more technical terms, do you think there is a place for KPIs in marketing, and what they should be?
Well, yes. Just yes. Yes, I almost.
How much?
I can't believe you asked me that question, because the answer is yes. Okay, so moving on. The KPIs. So here we go on KPIs. So there's two types of KPIs. People always miss this out. One is performance indicators: sales, turnover, profit, cash. But the other one is predictive indicators, things which predict what you're going to do. Number of sales calls, number of proposals written. And you can have a combination of the qualitative and the quantitative. That's the first thing. So now you're going to say, but what should your KPIs be? It's different for every business. So I know, I can see your notes. It's different for every business. So the issue is, what is, step one, where are we now? Where are we going? How are we going to get there? Then what are we going to measure, which is the KPI piece? And then the KPI piece becomes, we measure, you get what you measure, people respond to what you measure. So your measures should reflect what your strategy is. So if it's all about profit, it's going to be different from if your business is all about sales growth, or it's going to be different about if you're obsessed with the environment, or it's going to be different if you're obsessed about da-da-da-da-da. So your KPIs will reflect your strategy, which isn't a cop-out. Second thing on KPIs, how many KPIs should you have? I think
you have... the CEO, you should have an unlimited amount of KPIs.
Absolutely. 4 for marketing, 4 for finance, 4 for operations, 4 for people and culture.